EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down. Stewart buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Stewart. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Stewart dancing to his left. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Stewart now to throw again. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. 22 yards there, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sproles. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Stewart on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Let him know. Check. Lucky. We're going to 54. Check.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Check nickel.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Don't say nothing. If you kill it, motion me out. Check 99. Check 99. Shoot.
Now Stewart on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Stewart. Throwing again. This one complete to Sproles. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Sproles. Room here to run. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Eagles have taken the lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to have to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up, because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. After one, our score, 9-3.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Deuce. Watch out. Switch. Check 37.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Sponge. Here we go. Go to 54. Line. Take the 3 minutes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Sanders. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Switch.
They'll begin the drive with Sproles. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Shrink that ball. My game. Right here. Mike 8. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He may try and run for this. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Tighten up. Check 3.
Here's Stewart throwing on first down, being chased out left. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Sproles. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the shift. Shift. Watch twist.
Looking to throw. Stewart. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On first down, here's Love. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Stewart. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
check. Fresno. Fresno. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Say. Check.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check right, Mike 6, Mike 6. Here we go. Mike 6. Come on, D. Check 3. Check safety. Hey, Hustle, hustle. They can't hang with us. Mike 6. Mike 6. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Stewart now. A final shot before break. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Check 24, check 24. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Line in. Check 26.
Another run with Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Kill. 47. Shoot. Check 99. Check 99. Shoot. We're going to 53. 26.
On first down, it's Sanders. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
36. Showing it. 26.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Big Deuce.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there, with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game, as the Ravens push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it with Sproles. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 50. Mike, Silver. He's coming. He's coming. 25. Check 25.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
You got 3 down. Mike 8. Let's go, D. Whip. Watch the whip. Slam.
2nd and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Watch twist. Check.
Stewart on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Stewart. It's complete. It's Sproles. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
At the 13-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, come on. Here we go. Come on. He's down right here. He's down on the right. Hey. We got 3. Three down. Mike 8. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 3.
Looking to throw. Stewart into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People will kiss it on the ground.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Let's go. Shift.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
It's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now Stewart on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go again with Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
To throw is Stewart. Going to throw again. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Stewart. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Here's Stewart off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Double dog, that's the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here it comes, here it comes. Check, check, check. Check 13, check 13. No weapon. Delta. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Stewart now looking to throw on second down. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Looking to throw. Stewart nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Stewart throwing on 4th down. Flush to his right. It's Kelsey on the ground. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. I'm on. Mike 6. I got you, punk. Check 3. Let it go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the